This is my second attempt at turning Katsu Curry into a sausage. The first one kind of failed. Not because it tasted bad, it just didn't taste like Katsu Curry. It tasted like sausage with a hint of curry. Which made me realise I've been asking the wrong question. Maybe turning food into a sausage isn't about copying the ingredients. Maybe I should preserve the way the ingredients work together. When you think about Katsu Curry, you think of three things. The katsu, the curry, the rice. Not sausage. So how do you get rid of the sausage flavour in a sausage? You see, if you sprinkle salt over minced meat and simply cook it, you end up with well-seasoned mince. But if you add salt to minced meat and mix it really well, it starts extracting proteins that bind everything together and creates that springy texture and flavour that makes a sausage. So instead of making a sausage and adding Katsu Curry flavours to it, I needed to make something closer to Katsu Curry that happened to be inside a casing. And the answer was Boudin. A sausage where the ingredients are cooked first before it goes into the casing. And I'm going to borrow this approach and apply it to my Katsu Curry sausage. That sounds kind of wrong. So instead of raw mince, I'm going to season some chuck steaks with a bit of slap your mama. Then sear them off and chuck them into a pressure cooker with a chopped onion and a bit of stock. And pressure cook on high until pull apart tender. Then strain the meat and keep the liquid. Then get some rice cooking, and while it cooks, chop up some carrots, potato and onion. Give it a quick saute, then add in that rich beef stock from earlier and cook the veggies until tender. Then add the curry roux blocks and stir it until it thickens right up. Then strain the veggies from the sauce. Once your rice is cooked, chuck it on a tray to cool down a bit. For the katsu pork, I'm using pork Scotch fillets. Dredge it, coat it, crumb it, fry it. And once they're cooked, you know the drill. Slice, dice, and chuck it in the freezer so they survive the stuffing process. Back to the beef. I chucked it through the grinder and spread it out onto a tray to assemble all the other cooked ingredients. The curried veg, the rice, and bit by bit chuck in the curry sauce until you get a consistency that's not too dry and not too wet. Then chuck in the semi-frozen katsu pieces, layer it up, put it in the sausage stuffer, whack on a natural hog casing, stuff it, prick it, and link it. These are a bit of a mystery. I have no idea how they're going to turn out, but chuck it on a wire rack overnight and give them a quick smoke over indirect heat. And here we have the Katsu Curry Sausage 2.0. They look good, smell great, and I'm dying to see what's inside. Beautiful snap on that one, and visually I think it looks really nice. But what about the flavour? This is it. It's beefy, there's veg, there's pork pieces, and rice. And the flavour of the curry has come forward with the sauce mixed throughout the whole thing. The texture is like no other. The pull-apart meat shines through, and mixed with the rice, it's such a perfect vessel to suspend all the other ingredients. If I was to make this again, I'd mix some extra frozen pieces of curry sauce to really elevate the curry experience. But overall, I'm happy and calling it done. I'm going to have a crack at making a proper Boudin sausage sometime. If you know any good recipes, send them my way. And I'll put the ingredients for this sausage in the description if you want to have a crack at this one. And until next time, play with your food.